Hi, friends. I just want to come on and share a few things that have been on my heart lately. So, I don't know how many of you are totally familiar with my story, but I struggled with my weight for my entire adult life. I think I got pregnant with my first baby, and from that point on, at the age of 20, I continued to put weight on. I struggled. So that's 35 years. 35 years. And I would start one thing and maybe I'd lose 20 pounds, but I could never keep it off. And if I lost 20, maybe I'd gain 30. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is I finally have found this program. I am at my healthiest weight that I have been at probably since I got married. And I never imagined this life would be possible for me. And I just want you to know, if I can do this, anybody can do this. Because let me just tell you, every day I think if this wasn't my story, I probably wouldn't believe it either. And so there's no gimmicks, there's no shots, there's no pills. Dr. Anderson has created a system, a tool, right? Which we call our Fuelings, which are clean, healthy, made with really good ingredients. And those are our tools that we use to get our weight off. And let me just tell you, when you get in a good fat burn, it's magic. It just keeps dropping off, right? So my first 10 months, I was just focused because I was like, okay, this is working. And that's what my cousin told me. My cousin said, if you follow this plan, it's going to work. And I'm going to guarantee you're going to get your weight off. Well, friends, I was at a point in my life where I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. And so I had to, right at that moment, start living this out loud. And do you know why? Because if I wasn't living this out loud and coming and being accountable to you every day, I would probably be right back at almost that 300-pound girl. But because I chose to show up here every single day and live this journey out loud, this weight's staying off. And in addition to that, I have this community of coaches that is better than any paid therapy, any paid mindset work that I could ever get. We meet multiple times a week. I have gained some of the greatest friends through this program. And I want this for everybody that I know, because it is by far the greatest thing that has ever happened to me. And so if you're watching me, I want you just to reach out. I want you to come along with me, because I promise you, this works. If you will give me 30 days, and it has nothing to do with me. I just want this for everyone. You know, it's kind of like they say, if you're pulled out of the pit, it is your job to reach back and help the next person out of the pit. And that's what I want to do, because somebody out there needs what I have. And you know what? Just the other day I was thinking, I was with my little grandkids and I was getting little Asher in and out of his jumper, and I thought the almost 300-pound grandma wouldn't have been able to do this. The 225-pound grandma wouldn't have been able to do this. Guess what? This 160-pound healthy grandma can do a heck of a whole lot of stuff. And I am going to be here to hold those grandkids' babies one day, and maybe even their grandkids, because I am determined that I am going to keep showing up and I am going to live this healthy lifestyle because it feels amazing. And I want it for everybody I know. And maybe if you've joined me on plan and you got discouraged and life happened and you kind of fizzled out of the woodworks, right? Out of sight, out of mind. Not true. You're still in my heart. And I want you to come back. And I want you to finish out this year at a place where you can be proud of. So remember, like I always say, the back door is always open. Sneak right on in and just start doing the work again. And I will be here to support you. We have a brand new 10X coaching program, which is a whole lot more stuff. But guess what? I'm willing to do it because I want this for everyone I know. Okay? So we're going to meet right here on Zoom once a week, and I'm going to support you through this journey. And in the beginning, I started coaching right away, right? Might not have been the best coach there was, but now I'm committing to be the very best coach I can be. And so it means I go to my full-time job during the day, I get home, and this is what I do. And I'm here for you, and I want to help you. And I'm just going to keep rambling on and on, but I won't. I will stop. But I want you to know this is possible for everyone. Because like I said, if this wasn't my story, I probably wouldn't believe it either, right? So you're out there, you're feeling kind of like, yeah, right, well, it worked for her, but it's not going to work for me. This is just how my life is supposed to be. That's what I always thought, right? I always thought I was always just meant to be the big girl. Well, guess what? That's not true. That's an excuse your brain is telling you. This is possible for you. So reach out, let's chat, okay? Because I promise you, it'll be worth it. I promise you, if you give me 30 days just to show you what is possible, you are going to be so grateful. Because I am so grateful for that girl at the beginning of March in 2022 that she was scared and she decided to reach out. I was so scared to push that message. Like, I wrote the whole message out to my cousin, and I'm like, okay, just push send and walk away. I pushed send, I walked away. She messaged me back. Guess what? It didn't hurt. I got started, and look where we are now. Unbelievable. So, come on. The door's open. I'd like you to come in.